What's up, guys? Today we're playing Epic 7, and we're going to be showing you the most efficient way to promote heroes in the game. It really wasn't that long ago that we were doing dog walking, and some of you were like, what is that? Then that turned into penguin mileage, and now we have this stigma system, which is turning out to be a really solid upgrade. Now, some of you have asked me, is it better to play the game with heroes that need experience, or is it better to just use max level heroes, get that friendship, and then buy penguins to level your heroes? So today we're going to crack that open and let's get started. Today we're going to be testing the most efficient way in unrecorded history. Now the very first thing I would do is I would just pick a random level and I would pick one hero that needs to have experience. It does not matter if you have 4 slots filled, as long as they all need experience and they're not max leveled, then you should have a very similar result. Now, this is what we used to do, right? We used to put in 3 heroes that needed experience, then either use your friend if your friends were strong
Why are you
enough,
looking at me like
or
that?
use one of your own very
Oh, you
strong
wanted to
heroes to
compliment
now
me.
clear
Well,
this as
looky
fast
you
as
last.
possible. That way, all the other heroes get experience. Now, under the penguin mileage system, for every hero that you had that was maxed out, you would get 50% of that XP turned to go towards your penguin mileage. Now, that looks like it may have changed. And so, what we want to do is we really want to test now, is it more efficient to be going through just like this with one hero that needs experience? Or is it more efficient to now start farming friendship with any of the heroes that you have that are max leveled who potentially doesn't need to increase friendship and get those free Molagora? So we already have results, and here we go. One not max level hero gets 10,692 experience. We did test this. It does not matter if you have all the slots filled out or just one hero, as long as they're all not maxed. 10,692 is the amount of experience they share. As you can see, too, I only have one bonus XP up here. So this is going to change a little bit if you put on now an artifact or if there is an XP buff going on. We also see that 12 stigma is our base value for clearing this. We don't have any stigma mileage, so this is just what you get from the level itself. If we take that out all the way to 30 runs, then we should get something about 320,000 experience and 360 stigma, or about 4 penguins worth. So now let's take that and let's look at how much you would get with one max level hero and then keep going with our testing. And next up, we're going to look at one max level hero. Now, as you can see here, they don't get any experience, so they're only getting now the stigma reward. At 115 stigma, then we know that 12 of that is going to be into your normal base, and 103 is going to be from your stigma bonus. Now, this is very important because if we take this out to 30 runs, then we can see that the max number that you would get is 360 stigma again, plus 3090 from this stigma bonus, which is 3450, or roughly about 34 penguins worth if you went and bought them. Also, what's important to note here is this does not trigger every single time. It must go up to the maximum amount before it triggers. So running one hero is very difficult to get your maximum amount of stigma bonus, because some of your runs will get 36, some of them will get 115 or 116, and it's not going to be the maximum amount every single time. Now, let's see if having more heroes in your group will affect the amount of stigma you get, or if it's just going to be capped at this one amount. In our next test, we are using 4 heroes that are maximum level. All of these heroes need friendship, and as you can see, for the exact same run, our stigma reward is so much more. Running just one hero, we were getting about 115, and now we see 270. This is very important because now it shows that the stigma reward is proportional to the maximum amount of heroes that you're running at max level. Very, very important. At this amount of stigma, we're getting 360 as our base value, plus 7,740 for running 4 max heroes, or about 8,100 per run. If you were to spend that onto your penguins, you would get about 79. So that's twice the amount that you get running just one hero. And now we can look at which one is more efficient. Having three examples, now we can see on an XP level which one would be better to level up your heroes using either penguins or just using them when they need their experience and leveling them up naturally. For those of you who have never leveled up using penguins, or you just never paid attention to the amount of experience, a newbie penguin will give you 5,500, an experienced penguin is 16,500, and an epic penguin is 49,500. I don't recommend using epic penguins to level up because if you transmute these, you're going to get a silver transmute stone, which then you could use to buy other things from your shop. But for this purpose, we're going to assume all of these are going to turn to an XP so that we can see just how valuable it is one way or the other. Do you just play or do you buy penguins and use them to level? If we go into our Forest of Souls, we can now take that stigma that we earned and turn it into reward. I do have a max level forest, which means I have the maximum benefit for both getting probability and also using least amount of stigma. That means that each one of my penguins costs 102 stigma versus 120 if you didn't have this maxed out. Now, our very base value of using all heroes that need experience would give us 320,760 experience just straight to the hero. On a 30 run, we would also get about 4 penguins worth of stigma, and at these rates, that now turns into 2 newbie, 1 experienced, and 0 epics for an extra 27,500. In total, we would expect to earn about 348,000 experience just running heroes who need to have experience. Now, when we have one hero that is completely maxed out, that now turned into 3,450 stigma, or about 34 penguins. At these rates again, we would expect to see about 24 newbie, 9 into the experience, and 1 epic. If we turn all of those into leveling our heroes, that would be 330,000 XP, which is 18,000 less. So it's much better to run all heroes who need experience rather than just one hero that needs to get friendship. But we know that's not the best case scenario. When we ran 4 max level heroes, we got 8,100 for every 30 runs. This means that you can expect to get about 79 penguins, and turning those again into XP through these rates, we get about 56 newbie, 21 experience, and about 2 of your epic. If we then take those and turn them into XP, that's 753,000 experience that goes straight to your heroes. Very, very important because that is double what you would get just using those heroes to level up naturally. You would get an extra 405,000 experience worth using your penguins, assuming that these rates are what you get and you don't get anything that's higher than this. 116% better XP is amazing, but we can also further improve that and make it even better. One is to use a XP artifact or even doing a buff event. The next thing is to come into your pet house and utilize your lobby pet. Now for me, I'm using the equipment great, equipment good, and the equipment XP because this is really what matters to me. If we go into the skills, you can see for your lobby pet, they also allow you to have hero level up XP. This is going to give you even more benefit when you're leveling up those heroes to level 60 using penguins, because now those penguins are going to be worth even more value. Now, ideally, what you would want to do is you would want to have your main lobby pet. I collect mine every day, first thing in the morning, something like 7 o'clock in the morning when I wake up. And at this time, what you can do is you can swap out your pet. Put in the level up XP pet, level up your heroes, then swap back in your regular normal lobby pet that you would use. This is going to be minimal impact if you do it first thing whenever it is that you collect your reward from your lobby pet, because as you know, it's a 22-hour cooldown on that reward, which means that you can collect it within 2 hours every single day. If you collect it at, let's say, 10 a.m., then tomorrow that reward will be available at 8 a.m. So you have that 2 hour window to switch around your pets without having a major effect on the reward that you would normally see and also get the major benefit. And lastly, we have a tip for you. This is not my tip. This comes from one of our viewers, Jamie Nisbet, who tipped me off to this, and it's an amazing benefit for a lot of you out there who are going to follow this method. If we do a friendship summon, we can see that we get these 2-star monsters. You can also get these monsters from story mode, which we displayed in our last video for getting the most amount of gold per energy. If we now then go into our hero pool and go to those 2-star monsters, it shows that we're able to now level them up using penguins. As you can see, it takes about 3 penguins to level them up, and it costs a very small amount. If you get a good or a great, it refunds you a penguin, and now it only costs you 2. The real magic happens when you select promote, because now we're able to promote this hero, or monster rather, Mighty Knight, with just 2 spirit blooms. Going into our hero transmission, now we can now take those heroes that we got and we can see what it costs or what we're going to get for transmitting them. At a base level, just a 2-star monster, you're getting 700 gold and also 80 stigma. If we then go to the 3-star that we're able to get, now it jumps to 1,750 gold, the same 80 stigma, and we can see that we get 4 lesser blooms. Now it only costs us 2 lesser blooms to promote, which means that for every one of the heroes going from 2-star to 3-star, we're going to net 2 lesser blooms for a very small, meager amount of gold in exchange, which is an amazing value. This is going to allow you to promote more heroes, promote your heroes faster, and be even more efficient. We've already shown that we're getting over 100% XP boost by putting in 4 heroes that need friendship, which will then get you free Molagora, but then also give you increased firepower to promote. And now we have this as well, which makes it even better. Now let's see how far we can take it. We have our little bunny man here, and as we had seen before, we are going to go ahead and level him up. Now when we do a promotion, this means that we are going to use 2 spirit blooms, and it's going to become a 3-star. Now as we level him up again, then this means that we're going to use 9 more of our penguins and promote, and now we use 12 spirit blooms. If we were to transmute this hero, then we would see that he is now worth 4 of the greater spirit blooms. But we're not going to do that. That seems like we're stopping too soon, doesn't it? I don't know, it just does. It feels wrong. Let's go in and we're going to see what was he. There he is. Now we're going to level him up to 40, 20 more penguins, and do yet another promotion. This takes 16 spirit blooms, and that's cool. But what does it really end up with if we now transmute this 5-star little bunny mouse guy? What is he going to be? Now he is worth 4 epic blooms. If you were to do this 5 times, that would be a 6-star hero. I think that that is pretty amazing for a little 2-star guy. You can get these when you're doing story mode. You can get them from your friendship. And as we see, it's even more benefit on top of the benefit we already have as we're using our max level heroes, getting that friendship, getting those free Molagoras through the friendship level 10, and then now using those penguins to evolve our 2-star or 3-star or whatever hero that we have to make sure that we're getting even more blooms. This is a very, very good benefit. And as you can see, they become worth more and more as you level and as you promote. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you incorporate this technique to now further your level 60 pool and make use of all of those heroes that maybe you haven't built before. Give me a like so other people just like you can find this as well. And until next time, happy hunting and good luck on your battles.